In this video, we're exploring knee alignment from the perspective of the back of the knee rather than the kneecap as an indicator of the alignment of the knee. To do this, it's best to work with a mirror if you're doing this on your own, with your back facing the mirror so that you can fold forward and see the backs of your knees. To begin with, come up to standing and have your feet pointing forward and hip distance apart. Measuring your hip distance from the center of your hip joint as opposed to your outer hip. And begin by just standing as you typically would stand. And you may notice as you do that there's an ever so slight internal rotation of your thigh bone. And that's what this looks like from the back. So as I turn around, you'll notice that I've got some lines on the backs of my knees. And these are where my hamstring tendons are. The space in the middle between those lines is the popliteal fossa, or knee pit. And so if I start with my typical standing position, you can see that the knee pits look like they're facing out to the sides instead of pointing straight back. And so to do this exercise, I want to bring my knee pits into alignment. And I'll start by bending my knees a little bit and externally rotating the thighs. And as I do that, I start to orient the knee pits straight back. Then slowly straightening my knees, I keep that external rotation. And now it should look like my knee pits are pointing straight back or closer to straight back than when I just let my self return to a more habitual standing position. From the front, here's the difference. So here's the habitual standing position, or at least my habitual standing position. Then with a little bend of the knees and an external rotation of the thighs, I start to straighten my knees. And so what you can see here is that my kneecaps look a little bit more like they're pointing out to the sides, but that's because my kneecaps will move based on the strength, relative strength of my quadricep muscles. Here's an added tip. If you're standing with a straight knee and you can lift and lower your kneecaps, you are not in hyperextension. And this is a good place to be when you're practicing yoga and moving through your day.